Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be giving my completely honest and truthful opinion about the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now a little disclaimer, when I went to go watch this movie, I was completely stoned out of my mind and I couldn't process anything that was going on. I'm not talking about normal high either, like I was just feeling fuzzy. No, I was fucking high out of my rocker, dude. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know what this movie was. That totally shouldn't negate anything I say or steer you away from liking my criticisms. So let's hop right into it and let's get into the first thing. Number one, the characters. I absolutely hate all of these characters. These characters are too diverse and too fleshed out and too unique, and I fucking hate them. First of all, there is a pregnant woman here. Why the fuck are you fighting crime? And the fact you're driving a motorcycle too, you are going to lose that baby. This seriously says a lot about her character and how she's probably going to be a terrible mother when that child gets here, if it gets here. Same with Benjamin over here. Leave your fucking kids at home. Then we have a British guy. A fucking Brit. Are you serious? Look, I'm fine for representation and whatever, but can you at least make it accurate? Why are his teeth perfectly fine? Why are they not jagged like a fucking World War II trench? I hate British people, but at the same time, this is blatant misrepresentation, and the creators should be ashamed of this. He didn't even make a single joke about how American schools get shot up. That's how you know this isn't a real British person. And another thing to note, the writers got way too lazy putting all their time into these horrible, misrepresented, inaccurate characters that they couldn't even flesh out the background characters. Why aren't you fleshing these people out? And another thing, Gwen was obviously supposed to be trans for this movie. You can tell by the color scheme on her suit. She's trans. These writers need to get their priorities straight, and I hope they can fix these when the second part comes around. Second of all, the art is way too vivid and way too stylistic. Some scenes, like when he was jumping into that fucking Spider-Verse thing, it gave me a mild panic attack, and I started internally freaking out because I thought I was gonna get sucked into the Spider-Verse. I thought I was actually gonna meet the British guy and he was gonna have some conversation with me about the fucking Beatles. Do not watch this movie when you are high, okay? This art style will make you remember about the time your uncle had a fucking swear jar, but instead of putting money into it, he'd put in the time you had to play shower with him. I honestly think that the CDC should review this movie's art style and label it as a form of LSD, and it should be illegal. They should outlaw this movie because this movie is worse than FUBAR. Coming from somebody who watches movies, why do people like this movie? This movie is a cartoon and it's made for little kids. This is not an intellectual movie. I'm obviously an intellectual and incredibly mature. So if you disagree with me, you're wrong. Fuck you. You don't even know what you're talking about, unlike me, the professional movie critique. But anyways, let's move on to my last point, the plot. This story makes no sense at all. I don't know what happened, okay? It's not because I was high. That's not why. That's not why. I cannot stress that enough to you. That is not why. It was just so boring that I couldn't focus on it. It was so boring, it wasn't going anywhere, and I didn't know what was happening. The only good thing about this movie was the ending. That was the magnum opus of every ending known to man. I cannot stress that enough to you. This is the greatest ending of all time. How it's the greatest ending? I'm not gonna tell you, because you don't need to know. Plus, if you didn't like that ending, you're probably not a Sneeko fan, and you're probably not a closeted cuck. All in all, I give this movie a -5 out of 10. And honestly, I don't even like Spider-Man that much. You know who's a better hero than Spider-Man? The fucking Duck. Howard the Duck is better than Spider-Man. That's the end of the video. Sorry if my mic was too quiet, but like and subscribe if you want to see more Howard content.